Last time we looked at that reverse sit from half guard top. Now we're going to look at that reverse sit and some of the options that we have there. I really like to use that as a finishing position in both gi and no gi. This is my #1 submission. So Nelson has that underhook. I've got my base nice and low, keeping nice and tight here. I'm going to bring that arm over for that reverse sit, and I bring my hips up. Now this is a position I like to chill out in. It's very uncomfortable for my opponent, and it's very stable for me. It's just a place I feel very comfortable, okay? Now we're going to Kimura this arm. One of the things that we need to do is isolate it, and that can be difficult for a number of reasons. If my opponent on the bottom knows that I like to do it, he's going to try and bury this arm, and I need to always try to keep my chest nice and forward so that he can't take me back. I don't want to be overcome by this arm, okay? So what we're going to do is what we call the Superman. I'm going to start to push my chest forward, open up my chest here, and a lot of times it will start to clear this arm. We want to avoid trying to make space here because that angles my back towards the floor. It's going to turn into a bad day. So leaning forward when I do the Superman starts to clear that hand just a little bit. It might not be as exaggerated as it is right here, but you can always, I've got more space right here. I want to dig that thumb underneath where his thumb is, that meaty part of his thumb. Once I get that, I'm going to push it straight down to his hip. I want to encourage him to grab his belt. No problem. A lot of guys feel really safe here. Okay. This hand that was controlling his belt is going to start to come through, and I'm going to grab my own wrist, making sure to keep good heavy base right here. A lot of people will screw up and just try to take the arm off to bring it over here, but no one ever lets go of their belt to let me do that. So what I want you to do, and this is one of the very few times you'll hear it come out of my mouth, is you need to violently rip up, okay? When you rip up, you want to put the scare of God into them. You want to rip straight up this way. And even if they're holding on to stuff, a lot of times they're not ready for that. Now notice my ribs and my back are up there on his lower chin and the lower part of his face, and it can be very comfortable, or uncomfortable. I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to put it on the floor. Nice and easy. The only violent part was the rip up, because you're not going to hurt anyone's shoulder ripping it this far up. No flexibility problems there for anyone in their shoulder. But when it goes back down to the floor, we start running into danger, so go nice and easy. Now here's the counterintuitive part. A lot of people just try to take the Kimura right here and you're never going to finish it. I need to bury myself back into his half guard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten my legs and move my whole body back. Look at how I drop my pelvis on the floor. We'll see it a little bit better from another angle. But look at how his arm is. Now it's nice and easy to bend right here. How much we let his arm bend is going to be directly dictated by how long his arms are. If he's got long arms, it's okay to have it all the way out here. If he's got short arms, I really like bending that thumb in towards his spine. The closer you get it to the spine, the more that it locks up the shoulder, and then that submission will come on very quick. Let's look at it again one more time from this same angle. I'm in here, he's got that underhook, I reverse sit, and I squeeze. From here, I'm going to give that Superman, driving my chest forward, get control at that thumb, I'm going to push it straight down to his hip. I don't care what he grabs a hold of. Reach in here, control my own wrist, violently rip up, nice and easy, put it on the floor. Okay? Don't try to finish it here, you're going to get rolled. I'm going to straighten my leg. See how that was? It was here. I straighten my leg, I drop my pelvis. Nelson's got nice and short stubby arms. I bring his thumb in towards his spine, and then just a little bit of pressure. Make sure that you go nice and easy, especially if you use the spine version. It's going to come on much quicker than if you use it way out here. All right, so he's got that underhook. I've got my base nice and low. I'm starting with a little bit of that cross face. Now I'm going to reverse sit. Elbow comes over, I'm squeezing. I'm driving my chest in, I like to shimmy in a little bit. From here, I'm going to hit that Superman. My chest opens up. My hand reaches, that thumb goes into that meaty part, and I push it straight down to the hip. From here, I control my own wrist, and we violently rip up, put it on the floor. Once I've got that hand on the floor, watch this foot. I straighten my legs, and I drop my pelvis, almost like a little baby seal. So do the baby seal. Pelvis down, head up, and my feet are extended. This is going to give you a little bit of domination over his hip because we're putting a lot of pressure on the outside of his thigh. From here, short stubby arms, thumb into the spine, and a little bit. Do not get overzealous. If you get overzealous, it is possible for you to start to get rolled. If you can't finish it from here because it's too difficult, the arms are too long, they got very flexible arms, you don't get the submission here. You're going to have to transition somewhere else. But I really like this because it's very difficult to get me out of the position. I feel very stable here, and if I miss it, I still end in that same position where I feel very comfortable. If we don't get that submission, we still keep the T-grip, we can go with a lot of other options for the pass. He's got me in half guard, bicep in the face. Reverse sit, squeezing with my knees. Superman, control, push it down to the hip. Control that hand, rip up, put it on the floor. Straightening and dropping that pelvis, thumb to the spine, and a nice easy rotate. Really high percentage, guys, right out of my A game.